G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing a Dobinson Lift Kit. Now I picked this thing up off, I think it's 4x4 spares in Victoria. It is off a wreck. It's only done 50 something thousand Ks, I think it was, which is nothing really. It's still on pretty good nick. Comes with your headlight adjuster bracket, extended brake lines for the rear. The straps are already all built, everything. So we're going to go ahead and install that today. It's heavy duty coils on the front struts for bull bar and winch, which I will be fitting one day in the near future. So yeah, this thing popped up for 650 bucks. Couldn't pass it up with 50,000 Ks on it. My old black D40, I had a second-hand lift kit in that, Dobinson. I can't fault Dobinson, some people do, but I don't have a problem with it. So yeah, went with the Dobinson 2.5-inch shocks, and the vehicle got built through Autocraze, so I'm not sure what brand the actual springs are. I've been told that they reckon they're just a rebranded Petters with Autocraze on it, so I don't know, we'll see how it rides and that, but I don't actually know what rate the rear springs are, so I'm just hoping they're not like 300 constant load, because I don't have anything in the back. I don't plan on putting draw system in the back of this one like I did in my old ute. I just want to keep it clean. I'm just going to run like your space cases with all my camping gear and that in it, because the drawers just ended up being a pain in the ass when I don't use it every weekend to go away. So I just use space cases, and that way I can just pull them out, sit the shit in the shed. But yeah, I'll give you guys a look at this lift kit and show you what it is. So this is what it is. I haven't really unwrapped it yet. I got it a couple of weeks ago, but you've got your front struts there, you got your rear shock and coil. It has got the headlight adjuster brackets there, and there is actually in here, they're actually extended brake lines. So I'm going to try and run it without the extended brake lines for now, because I'm don't plan on doing any off-roading at the moment, because we're in the process of moving house and stuff. So yeah, I don't plan on doing any off-roading or anything like that, so there's no need to run them at the minute. And as for the fronts, I'm just going to try and run it without adjustable upper control arms. I did in my old D40. I know they're different, but I ran, it was a little bit over 2-inch lift in the front of that with standard upper control arms, and I had no dramas. I had no dramas with wheel alignments and whatever. Like, it was always spot on. So let's see how this one goes. If it's got too much camber, well then, and they can't get enough adjustment in the other standard, well, I'm going to have to go adjustable, but we'll cross that road when we come to it. We'll see how all this sits once it's in there. But for now, this will be the last time I'll be filming in this old man cave here, because we are moving house. The house has been sold, so we are only renting, but it's the joys of renting. You got to go when you got to go. So yeah, so we'll go ahead. I won't show you any of what I'm going to do to start off with, because that's just basically just want to go around all 4 corners, measure from a lot of people say you measure from center hub to center of the underside of the guard, but I'm just going to measure from bottom of the rim to the center of the guard on all 4 corners, and then I can work out what it's lifted up by, and then I'll see if they are 2.5-inch like they say they are. And yeah, hopefully it'll ride a little bit better too, because my NP is a 2015 NP300, so the Series 1, and it still has standard suspension in it, and it's done 230,000, so might ride a bit softer, because I think they probably are just about shot. So yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Righto, give you guys a look at how she's sitting standard. So she's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze in here, but I think we can get the job done. So basically, first things first, what we want to do is I'll jack her up, put her on jack stands, and rip the wheels off. Basically want to just undo your front sway bar link on both sides, undo that. And then you can get in here once the wheel's off, crack your upper control arm nut. There's a nut in there. Give you guys a look once the wheel's off, crack that. You want to crack all them top strut bolts, crack the bottom shock bolt. Make your life a bit easier before you fucking go too deep in there. But yeah, let's get stuck into this, get this thing up on some stands on the front, and we'll rip into this front end and see how she goes. Righto, so I've got the wheel off. So you want to get in here, take this split pin out of the upper control arm nut, undo that. Need to get in here, undo this sway bar link, get that out of the way. Then we can pop this off and just push it to the side. You can get in there and undo the 3 nuts in there, bottom bolt, and should be able to drop it out. I'll get into that. Righto, so I've got that first strut out. Pretty well, you just got to like ratchet up all your hub assembly so your CV doesn't drop too far out. Yeah, undone that shock, undone the strut. Upper control arm's out. I just ratcheted that to the upper control arm. Sway bar's out of the way so you can get the shock bolt out. And over here, it doesn't look like there's actually a lot of difference, but yeah, we'll soon see once we put it in and both sides in and drop it down, and see what the difference is. Anyway, I'll get into fitting this up. So, righto, that side's all done, fit it up, all tightened up. Sway bar link's still disconnected, so I can get the other shock bolt out on the other side. Yeah, I'll rip the wheel off the other side and get it all in and put them back on, and we'll see how she sits. So both sides of the front's all done, in, wheels back on, everything's all good there. Yeah, I'll just rip the wheel off here, jack her up, start ripping it out. Undo the sway bar links, your shock bolts, top and bottom, and then should be able to lower the diff down. Hopefully get enough out of the brake line to pop the spring out, put new springs back in, and yeah, shocks on, and it should be sweet. So we'll see you in a little while. Righto, so I've got the front is all in, but as you can see, there's still springs and shocks on the pallet. So after a few hours of swinging fucking breaker bars and shit on the shock bolts in the rear, I could not crack the bolt. So that will be coming in build series 2. I'll do that in a 2-part series for this, because yeah, I've done the front. It's sort of leveled it out actually. I'd just like to change the shocks in the rear and see how it goes, because I've got a feeling those springs are a fairly heavy duty rated spring. So I'm thinking, because it's level at the minute now, I might actually just throw the shocks in and leave it at that. So yeah,